party, otherwise it confuses me.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I hear myself speaking. It's bad.
yeah, I hate hearing myself. Oh, for fuck! Eradicate was just here!
Yeah, man.
He was just here, and now he's not here. Okay, I'm just gonna type on Discord, I sent invites.
Please join. Like that land would be really cool to cast for you, but
Oh yeah.
like that land would be really cool. Oh shit.
Hello, Smash.
Oh.
I have advanced to level 2.
It's only now, oh yeah, because you barely type in Raving Mad's Discord channel.
Okay, rubbish JC, dude. Holy damn, we got 8 people in here already. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Jenna, look who's back. Yes, I are back. And the Eradicator is here. Now we wait.
First. Nice. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I just need to go do something.
Stress. Oh, let me go double check the maps for everyone. Theme park, clubhouse. Ooh, I haven't seen a theme park in a good time.
Sorry about that if you heard my cat.
It was quite loud of a cat.
Yeah, I know.
That's cool.
Cool being back too.
Cool thing. He is hella loud. Okay, so as I thought, Ristoff Shark has privacy settings on, so have to add him.
Great.
Yeah, we have most of the exotic players here. White Widow, Elastic. So whoever's in the chat, thoughts, predictions, estimations.
Ach, lieve Jette.
That's what happens when you have a cat that loves you, Smosh.
Yeah. It's a win and a lose. Don't know what he's doing, but that should stop now.
Hello, Ultra Void. I wanted to call you Ultraviolet for a second. Welcome to the stream.
Isn't he like part of the Apex gaming team?
Yes, he's part of Generals, I think. Ultra.
Wait. Isn't
I mean,
today's
gaming,
team
sorry.
Generals?
Apex
Yeah.
Gaming, that's what I meant, sorry. I don't know. There's Ultra. You can vouch for me. There's like 6 of your teams, and I lose track of your players. I run into you guys everywhere. Ranked, casual. I think you guys are even in my terrorist hunts.
He's a manager for generals.
Uh, Part of gaming and manager for
He's I think
generals.
2-1 win.
Maybe we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. I mean, this is
I just feel like it's going to be a 2-0 either way. Like
yeah.
whoever wins. I feel like whoever gains some momentum, just like the previous first division final last week, Meraki versus Exotic. It was a 2-0 to Meraki, so I feel like it's going to follow suit. Lol Crumbs. This guy isn't C Crumbs, right? They're two different
No,
teams.
it's different people.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Apex have had a rough season, haven't they? What's up, RMGZ Scout Gamer, to be in this position now? Also, a lot of good teams coming up. You'll start to see teams like Apex obviously be forced to fall down. And
We didn't
yeah.
even get to face them this season, which was quite rare because you know Apex is normally the traditional team you always face in Premier Division.
Map 1 is Theme Park. Okay, well, I'm just gonna wait for the tick-ups. Yeah, I mean, they've been around for, what, a lifetime now? I think when I started playing, they were already around. Don't know if it was just one team back then, but yeah, now we're here where they have, what, Apex Academy, Apex Generals, and Apex Gaming. So it's,
Yeah, quite a staple of the South African community.
oh, Exotic is brand new, fresh faces.
Yeah, they've really hit
Yeah, hit
the world
ground
running, you know.
I'm pretty sure Rubbish has some other things to say in the chat, but we we won't get into that, will we, Rubbish? I'm gonna just go game chat and see if yeah, everything's good. Hello? Cool, game chat's not working? Never mind.
Hey, to me.
Love to see it.
Well, I guess we'll just wait till they tick up and then boom. Game time. Voids, I do agree with that, but you know, there's always that little thing of the new 1 second run out rule. And that 1 second run out rule has actually totally changed the way people are going to play Siege. I really do think so because of just how annoying it used to be. I remember, I didn't even think I've been spawn peaked this season from a run out. Have any of you guys been like running into any of that?
Void, can you just like confirm with your players they're asking about restrictions on skins, or can you ask them to go to game chat? I can't.
Raving Mad is very broad with their things. They allow most things besides the scummy skins, so it shouldn't really be a problem.
Yeah, if you can just go confirm in chat for me, please. Void. I'm not playing. I haven't played a single comp game in a while.
Will that change anytime soon, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm you know, doing my thing for the LAN, getting things out there. And after LAN, we'll have to see. Game chat is overrated. Honestly, Scout, we found something interesting out. Did you know game chat has almost twice as long as a delay as party chat?
Yeah, it really does. I think it's for some people, depending on where they are in the country, but it's like 2 to 3 seconds. And that's a big delay when you're making call outs because we discovered it, remember, I think we were playing Astra in a ranked game and it ended up being in a clutch situation and then someone made a call and then the guy was like, not where he was supposed to be. And we were like, wait, that seemed really delayed, and bang. We did a few tests and yeah, game chat is 2 to 3 seconds delayed compared to party chat, which is basically not instant but one I'd say 1 second delay.
Okay, exotics are attacking first, and make sure blue team starts an attack. And theme park, everyone ready? Boom. They look really good.
Game time.
I mean, game chat's voices are softer, which is nicer than party chats, right? But obviously you can just get people to set their mics up and down. But yeah, game chat has a lot larger of a delay. It gives you like better game audio but worse party audio. So you have to worry about either callouts being late, delayed, things like that. So it's a give or take for both sides. So from the chat we had one prediction. Can we get some more predictions here? Yeah, I'm expecting pretty standard bans. One thing I wonder, do you think any of these teams have prepped for the new meta?
To be honest, I don't think any teams in SA really have. It's kinda come out of nowhere, even though we've all been expecting it, which is kinda funny. You know, the new meta has changed a load of stuff.
Yeah,
And
well,
I think Siege is going to be a new game from now on, which is actually really nice to see.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll say I'm happy about. I don't think we're gonna see the same bans over and over again, which will be great to see.
I see a 7-4 to Apex from Angry Scout Gamer, and how's his Clippies and Brooch?
Yeah, hello Bruce, welcome to the stream. Legion coming up from Apex?
I guess there's lots of funneling that happens on this map, and maybe that's the reason. Who's attacking first?
Exotics are attacking. Hello Kamashan, welcome to the stream.
That's quite interesting. Very interesting, actually.
I wonder, are they going to bring out a Cali at all? Because I mean, I personally think Cali is a good replacement for an operator like Thatcher on this map, especially because there's a lot of long corridors that you have to peek into. So she can be very very useful on this map. But once
does it seem like it so far?
I don't.
Unfortunately.
Look, I think she's really good, but maybe these teams aren't comfortable with it. I mean, we have a Kaid, so could be very difficult to get rid of, which is probably why the Mavericks on the board here.
What's your opinion on Armory as a site now on Theme Park? Do you where do you rate it? Because it seems like the common first pick for most teams in the community.
Look, it's very easy to bunker down, which I think is why teams like it so much. It's very simple of a site. There are 6 walls to site that you have to focus on.
That's once again, it's a major problem. You know, you open barrels, you open maintenance, you open yellow, then geez, the team has to look at too many different angles. So
I mean, that's why I think Mavericks very strong.
I think it's going to start becoming a more less and less played side of the map.
I have to agree that I think it's going to be less
strong. I think Bunker's the strongest currently, but you know, everyone has their different opinions.
Interesting to see Apex choosing to put on a Maestro cam in barrels to deny barrels wall, not bringing bandits. So are we going to see C4s or impact tricking coming out from the Maestro?
Very big possibility. They do call this season the impact meta, so let's hope so.
Valkyrie has it, everyone has it.
Yeah, well, none of those being played currently though, so yeah, let's see how things go. Oh wait, Valkyrie is being played with the C4 though.
A sneaky little spawn peak coming out here from or not spawn peak, punch hole coming out from chemicals, and not looking like it's doing anything for him, but because it looks like exotics are pushing from the exact opposite side of the map here, and it looks like they are looking to get in and in quickly. Hybrid's already just holding the angle, and unfortunately doesn't hit all of his shots like he needed to in that gunfight. Mute's position is still known, and if they aren't careful, there are C4s in sight as far as I know.
Yeah, they need to get rid of this Roma quickly. Things might become a little difficult for them.
He does finally get taken out by Hybrid, does Leviathan. That is huge for their team, taking the mana advantage. Widow also becoming very useful on this Jackal. Do they know that...
surprised it's still in the game. Really surprised. Theme Park quite a big map, but quite linear as well, so, you know, just the 2 floors. So it's quite weird that thing's still in the game. But used to full advantage.
We see 3 people playing on site now. And the mute jammer is still on the wall.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers have recovered their
Maestro is simply just waiting. And does get one of the thermites off the Maestro. Beautiful to see Impact Tricking coming out now. Hybrid did get taken off the board by, I think, Chemicals. Chemicals is still on this roam.
If he can go really big here, he can go massive for his team. Probably can win the round, actually.
Chemicals getting into another engagement. Jackal does take out Chemicals now, so we switch over. Thermite is, well, in a tricky predicament now, as one of his teammates are down. Rostov Shock just holding this Maestro, holding all of his angles. And now Twizzy gets one more extra kill. Jackal now taken off the board, and now it is almost impossible. Rostov Shock getting another one. And now we are left in a 1v3. And, well, Rostov Shock just showing us all that Maestro go brr.
Rostov Shock absolutely smashing the opponents. Oh my goodness. Wasn't expecting that. Just obviously just use the bullet hose, and all you have to do with that thing is just hold R2 and bang. You reap the results. What is that, a 4K?
3K actually. With Chemicals getting one and Twizzy getting one. One of the Roman and obviously the other side player. But still, Maestro go brr.
Exactly.
Great start for
quite
Apex.
A slow push from the exotic guys. You know, just wasting a lot of time. Took a while to get the first Roma, and then basically just ran all into side at once and got mowed down by the Maestro. So hopefully they can get things sorted a little quicker next time.
Easy now. What do you mean easy now, Carl? Are you worried about your boys for a second here? I mean, to be honest, Exotic have had a great season. They still have a lot of rounds to play with. But yeah, I have to agree with you. That was really slow from them. I didn't expect that. It was, I'd say, way too slow from them, especially with the Jackal on the board. Like, you should have cleared both of those Romas, especially because Valkyrie was playing upstairs inside of the current site, the bunk daycare site. For her to escape there is something you don't really see, or shouldn't really see.
But look, don't get me wrong, this map is a very defender-decided map, and the defenders are expected to win about 4 of their defenses, if not more. So if Exotic can pull any early attacking rounds here, it'll actually put lots of pressure on the Apex team, which would be really nice to see. They always want to see a tight contest in these, especially this relegation match, because it decides who goes to Premier and who stays in first.
One thing I want to comment here from Leviathan is something we don't see often, but we have been starting to see more, is smoke with SMG. I mean, having the 1.5 now, hopefully he does have an SMG 11 still. Unfortunately, cannot see what his other guns are. But, yeah, and this is another interesting strat. We see them fully just closing off the break room here. Not wanting to deal with anyone in there. Just leaving it as a little kill box, I guess, for them to be trapped in.
So far, though. It doesn't seem like any of the Apex guys have noticed that, and yeah, it looks like it might pay off for them. Seems like it's just a traditional initiation cash push at this point.
And beautiful to see that the attackers are working together to get the first player off the board very quickly now. We still have, well, better part of a minute and 45 left of the round. Are they going to try? So bandit tricking is happening here. And it looks like they want to get rid of the bandit. Hits the fan, that's really unfortunate. But it does manage to actually get the bandits off the wall. As you look now towards White Widow, who has already started pushing and is already almost in sight. But Hybrids gets taken off the board by Twizzy now. And White Widow is just in sight. White Widow has completely gone past all the castle barricades, everything that needs to be on site. And gets... Well done to the exotic boys, just pushing through.
Oh my gosh. White Widow absolutely wrecks the smoke. Sorry guys, my thing is a little delayed compared to Carl's, but goodness gracious. That was an absolute decimation of the man. Can't let that be happening to you. Yeah, see. White Widow absolutely going massive. Well done to him, jeez.
One thing I'll say that I found amazing was his use of the smokes. We saw him cut off the angles towards Yellow Stairs and the cafeteria, and then just walking into sight, killing the bandit, obviously unexpecting. And that's one thing where I think those castle barricades definitely worked against the defense there.
Indeed. But also, it was a bit sloppy from the defenders not watching double door. You know, double door's one of the main entries into bunks. Can't let someone just walk through that single door to bedroom and then just do what he did. You know, kind of lost them the round.
The castle barricades were really a huge problem there. The concept of them was with good intention. We saw one on this current door that I'm hovering over, going towards. I think this is the daycare side, and then the other one watching the arcade hall. Obviously, that just leaves a single door for the attackers to pressure through, and no one can really hold angles onto the double door. So they kind of got put into a very bad situation there from the side of Apex. It's very unfortunate for them for that to have happened. That's not something you'll see very often. But great play from the side of Exotic to take control of that round.
Oh, we've seen a 3k from Restic Shark, and then we saw a 3k from Widow. So it's been quite nice to see. Two big plays coming from each team.
Yeah, great to see. You always love to see good plays coming out from players. Mirror going onto the walls between sides, but also not much reinforcement coming out. We did look like we did see a spawn pick or miss a spawn pick from Chemicals here, getting very aggressive and doing a lot of damage to the Maverick, and now he's looking to get aggressive onto the side window, getting 2 drones, and there's a lot of information off the board from Chemicals now. I'm holding a very, very tight angle here. Getting 3 drones and now having the ability to back off. Who is holding the mirror window now? It is currently the mirror on the mirror.
Been really decent at just wasting people's time this game. Been really showing up for his team in that sense.
Did they?
Kills us as well.
I don't know if you spotted that much, but we just see people choosing to run past the mirrors here. One's already in the closed hallway to mirrors
Playing
left.
some dangerous games here. Goodness gracious. Yeah.
And the mirror is fully trapped in a corner now. Can't do much, but once again, same. We see the reinforcements coming out now. Now time is literally just being wasted by the mirror. And choosing to drop off huge play from the mirror. Does still have a C4. And
amazing situational awareness there from the mirror to do that.
Is already out. The mirror is already free, and a minute left on the claw. Leviathan does get taken out though, from a nice shot from the Nomad, I believe that was. Bandit looking ready to push up yellow, but gets taken out by Widow. Once again, Widow going huge for his team. Another man off the board by the Nomad. Hybrid is going big and gets taken out now. But Sight has been taken out from the attack. Eradicator opening up the wall now. And White Widow! Is that another 4k for Widow? Or a 3k for Widow? Widow is on 7 kills. I think.
Yes, it was another 3k. I think he got the bandit downstairs, if I'm
Yes, he did get the bandit down. Says
Second, and then yeah, getting a massive double there. But I must say, Apex did nearly pull that back. That was nearly a little bit of a mess up from Exotic team, but they pulled through in the end thanks to another double from Hybrid and a great triple from Widow.
beautiful plays coming out from the side of Exotics.
Theme Park, potential attacker-sided map?
Well, from the side of Apex, we'd hope so right now. I don't know if Echo is still banned on Raving Mad, so you know, okay, good for them to have switched off of it. But wow, Exotics going big for their team right now. As a team right now, excuse me. Stumbling
Yeah,
over my
last
words.
time on Armory they did a top to barrels push. I don't know if they're gonna do the same. I think they'll be wary of Restic Shark. Oh, he's not even on the Marsha this time.
Yeah,
an
that's
interesting pick.
that's strange to see. Like I do see the value in Oryx can have on this map, especially for
Oh,
the time
100%.
wasting. But it does
But,
also look like they're trying to just bring the castle to delay.
And that Marsha went absolutely massive the previous Armory round.
Leaving a lot of information, no bulletproof cams coming out by the castle or Oryx as barbed wire. Very interesting. Hatch is getting reinforced now by the Oryx. I'm presuming we'll see a lot of the hatches are going to be opened up by the Oryx. Hasn't opened any of them yet. Isn't opening any of the hatches? This is very interesting for me to see, the fact that the Oryx isn't using his hatches. That's really weird to me, honestly, I have to say. Mute looking to be very sneaky is Leviathan here. Does get droned out. Beautiful work coming out from the side of Exotic to actually have the awareness to drone. And beautiful shot from Leviathan, just taking out Elastic immediately.
Absolutely decimating Elastic. On to the next one, I guess.
Does a little bit of damage now. White Widow has taken some damage, getting into a gunfight with Ristic Shot. And
Double
getting
work really doing well now.
and gets taken off the board. Now we do see Leviathan is pinched in a very bad situation. What is he going to do now? Gets another kill, gets the ace off the board. That's a huge pick for his team. Very strange for Eradicator to be so so aggressive, and he gets a triple actually onto Crumbs there as well. That's a nomad off the board, and now we have Widow and Hybrid left.
Leviathan absolutely taking the round away from Exotic. It's going to take a lot for these two to still do something. The Thermite is still there, but Whitewood is going to have to do some verts, I think. And yeah, job well done to Leviathan. That's what you love to see.
And White Widow's off the board. I was just quiet for a second, wanting to see if he does get that. And
I also didn't
fortunately,
notice that. And boom, off the board here. And now Hybrid left in a horrible situation. Not much you can do as a Thermite with the castles. Apex also holding it really tightly.
Chemical's getting very aggressive.
Bit of BM coming.
Yes, sir. The BM coming out beautiful.
A little bit of spice there to end that round. That was a really... well, that round literally goes to Leviathan. What a spectacular piece of roaming that was.
I mean, Ristic Shark did give him a bit of support, but didn't really do much in the round. That Ristic got taken out immediately, and Leviathan getting beautiful picks off there to put his team through here. I'm very very impressed by the roam play coming out by the Mute there. Now we see initiation coming out again from the side of Apex. This time with
Yeah,
a
I see them
Gwen.
in the Wamai to negate all those nades, because I felt like last time they were defending here, they got just wrecked by all the nades, so I think that Wamai is a really good choice.
Thank you very much, Calm. Is this the
No.
side of... No, this is map 1, Ryan. Maps are theme park, clubhouse, and I can't remember the last one. I'll have to go check for you guys. I wonder how the mirror is going to be set up for this site now. If they're going to do the same extension, doesn't possibly are going to see that extension.
Seeing the standard mirrors, I'm guessing one drop, one cash. Basically makes the whole team back off from pushing that side, trying to funnel them to Bunk's side.
I don't think so. It looks like we might be seeing the same setup as last time with the extended roam, with the mirror here, with the castle and the Goyo. Going to be very interesting to see, but if it didn't work,
really quick amount of time doing that mirror last time, but has it been put down yet?
one thing I want to note is that we do see a mute instead of the Goyo, which I personally think the Goyo would have been very useful to them.
Also no bandits this time.
That is very sneaky from the Zofia. I don't know if you caught it through the floor there, but putting a claymore under the hatch as a tactic, that is so sneaky to see come out now from them, from the side
Obviously
of Exotic.
identifying that, you know, the mirror jumped down previous round to rotate, trying to catch them off guard. I think it could, but you know, it's resting shark on the mirror again. Really good at wasting time.
And Eradicator managing to kill Chemicals, who got the run out onto the Fear.
Bit of a refrag there.
White Widow looking to get aggressive against the mirror here. And if he isn't careful, will get killed by the mirror. Having the wrong gun out, that is very, very unfortunate. Widow does get the kill, but gets refragged immediately. 3v3 situation with a minute and a half left. We have a lot more time on the board now from the side of Apex. From the side of Exotic, excuse me. But Leviathan on this mute again, just being very smart, holding the angle.
Very weak. Is that like 1 HP? Yo, seems like a tall order for him to get a kill.
Looks like a tall order for him to stay alive at this point.
Got me there. So how do you think they're going to push this? Looks like they're going to go try and push an initiation. Nade's coming through again.
I honestly think Crumbs is going to look to bully his way through here on the Maverick. But we do see Mute gets pinched beautifully by Hybrid and Crumbs here. And now Sight has been given up to the offenders. Where is Eradicator? He is rotating through on very low HP and is starting to plant. What is Twizzy and the Jaeger going to do? Starting to break down the castle and rotate out now is Twizzy. Going for a very smart player. If it works and gets a little bit of damage, Hybrid is now taken off the board, and it is Apex Make My Day to actually get the kill now. 2v2 situation now with Crumbs and Eradicator being on really low health here. Twizzy now taking a little bit of damage and managing to get the kill. Eradicator now has to go big and gets taken out by the Apex players. Beautiful 2v3 situation coming out from Apex here.
That was a seriously amazing retake from them. You wouldn't have backed them in that situation, but they did it regardless. Well done. And Twizzy coming out with the castle shots, and we've always talked about how bad the UMP is, where you absolutely wreck Crumbs there. And you know, Make My Day came out with a nice double at the end there as well. What fantastic siege from this Apex team. Definitely showing their experience as one of the top South African siege teams.
One thing we have to give credit to Exotic for already taking 2 rounds going into the last round now. If they manage to get this 3-3 split, I think they're looking really good and in a healthy position to take map 1 from the side of Apex.
Oh, 100%. But then, you know, if Apex win this round, then it's a pretty even split, so then anything could happen. So yeah, this round weighs a lot onto what's going to happen in the future of this game.
Do or die for
Okay,
Apex.
Ryan. Okay, Ryan.
Casual. I mean, any game time is experience, Ryan. Doesn't matter, casual, ranked, terrorist hunt. You learn from everything you do in this game, and we do see the experience of Apex obviously coming out.
I see they've gone with the bunk defense now.
One thing that I'm noticing is they're very reliant on the castle from Apex here.
I wonder if they'll be able to watch the double door this time though, because that was the only reason why they lost the previous bunk defense, with White Widow just absolutely going on a tear, running through sight.
I don't know. It seems like they're planning to do the same 3 castles, and if they are doing the exact same 3 castles, someone is going to have to change where they play, and I think it will be Leviathan, who is currently on the Goyo, who will be forced to play
a very
in
powerful position there, if he stays. I don't know if he's AFK or something. Or...
yeah. It looks like he's AFK.
That is a little bit of a rip, but you know, it is still a power position, so maybe he gets back to his... There we go.
Where are the side of Exotic planning on pushing? Once again, are they putting the Claymore below the hatch? Doesn't look like they're doing it this time.
Looks
Bring
like
out the
Elastic is just going to try to do a little sneaky push up main stairs. Does seem like Racing Shark is ready for it, putting down his goes now.
Chemical's getting so close to killing a hybrid, and well, both players being very low on health now. And now Crumbs gets taken off the board by Realistic Shark.
Trade for trade.
Through the Maverick holes? That's not something you want to see at all. But Eradicator is luckily still in the matchup. And will be bandit tricked. Losing your Maverick that early on is huge.
Racing Shark absolutely going huge with that bandit trick. It takes some real nerves to actually go do that when the whole wall's open under you or next to you.
Almost doing a lot of damage. Elastic is now taken off the board as well, and Realistic Shark unable to get the bandit tricking off now in this current position. Gets hit by the shrapnel system of Siege. Strange to see that he actually did get hit by that. White Widow hybrid. They have taken the hallway now and are in a really good position, but now we see Widow backing off.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Widow's going to be able to do the same thing he did last time. Apex have noticed their mistake and they're really holding it well. You know, Twizzy on that UMP looks kinda scary, so I also wouldn't want to push that.
And now Hybrid is taken off the board, being one shot after the first engagement with Leviathan. Will he get another? No. White Widow does get a kill and gets hit by a Nomad, does the Bandit. Or the Jaeger, my apologies. And Widow manages to get the down. But no time left. Eradicator having to force his way through. Getting the kill though. Does he have the time to plant? Widow has to get ready to cover, and Leviathan just gets the final kill. Widow taking the long rotate back around, unfortunately costing his teams the round right where it mattered most.
A solid defense from the Apex team. It got a little bit iffy at the end there, but at the end of the day they still pulled it through. And
Widow out the game, and we will be seeing a rehost at a 4-2.
Interesting. Pretty standard score. It's quite funny. You know, pretty standard score when you think about Theme Park. 4-2. But White Widow on an absolute tear. What is he going? 10-4 or something?
Yeah, something very mad from him.
And I must say, my favorite defender that round in the first half was Twizzy with his Castle UMP skills.
That is not something you really want to hear or expect to hear ever. And yeah, I have to say
it's even better. The fact that he's killing everyone with that UMP shows you how good he is.
Yeah, that really does show for his skill. Let's get the plays. I will take a moment to look at it while we're in this intermission. Play together. Invite the players back to the game. Cafe Dostoevsky.
Oh, that would be a fascinating game if it goes there. But as I said, I'm still going with my prediction of it being a 2-0 to whichever team wins the first map.
Thatcher, Monty, the bands were Thatcher, Monty, Malusi, and Legion. Not very common to see a Malusi band. Downstairs, orange. Upstairs, blue. Upstairs, blue. Then it was upstairs, orange. Downstairs, orange. And upstairs, blue.
Apex actually having a really nice comeback there.
Sorry, orange.
There's those, coming back from a 2-2 to a 4-2 is really what you want to see from them, and that's what they did. Kind of saved themselves. So how do you think the next half is going to go, Carl?
Look, you have to expect that Exotic are gonna win at 4-2 for the most part, at least something around that. But other than that, you can't really expect much out of it. Look, I think we should go to overtime, unless Apex have a really good attack. Then
I feel if they win this first attack coming right now, it might throw Exotic off a little bit. A 5-2 scoreline really does hurt,
yeah,
especially when you're defending on Theme Park. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, but it should be a cracker.
Okay, everything is perfect. As I double, triple, and quadruple checked. For anyone in the stream wondering why I checked the same thing about 38,000 times. Look, honestly, you have to give the defense side now to Exotics, expecting them to come back now in the same fashion that Apex does, but or did. But obviously, it's going to be very interesting to see how this turns out.
So
Hello,
how does chat think the next half is going to go after Apex taking the first half on defense 4-2?
Just waiting for the tick-ups.
Little moment of silence.
Yeah, sorry about this. That will be alive and kicking once the game obviously gets back up and running. White Widow looks very keen to get back in the game, already ticked up. I think he's going to be a huge play on this defense side now for his team.
Want to be after going 10 for 4 in the first half.
Yeah, Widow actually had a huge game there for his team.
Just seemed to always be in sight at the right time for his team, getting those frags.
I mean, having a similar moments to what you had against Mist in the previous final for the Premier Division, I think it is.
Oh, 100%. Sometimes teams just don't expect it. And it's a very nice asset to have in your team, that someone can do that, Someone like Widow just flying into sight. But maybe you'll see something like that from Apex as well.
We'll have to wait and see as we just wait for 4 more tick-ups. Chemicals, Leviathan, Twizzy, and Crumbs. We have a moment for the players to obviously find themselves again, I guess.
Yeah, I think they have like another minute or two before.
They have to be ready.
Literally.
And all the players on the side of Exotic are ready, and now we are just waiting on the two Apex players to get ready. And Leviathan, we're waiting on you. And everyone is ready. Back into the game we go. Exotic switching over to the defense now. Should be very, very interesting to see.
Yeah, at least the rehost happened, you know, midway through the game. It's a lot better than happening, you know, during a half, because momentum really can be ruined. And you don't want that. You want like a nice even game, so oh, this should be a cracker.
I'm interested to see what Widow will be doing, because Widow had a huge game for his team. He's on a cap can right now. I wonder if we'll see a 6-pack off of it.
Capcan a very good pick on theme park though. There's lots of little doorways and little... Ah, he is switching off it though.
As expected, I'd say. The only reason why I expected the 6-pack off of it, because I mean, personally you'd probably want to hide the cap can to catch your opponent out unexpectedly.
And chemical switching from the Kali to the black. Obviously opting to do the vertical rather than using a sniper, you know.
One thing that might come to fault them is the fact that they don't have like a Zofia or an Ash to get rid of any
Utility.
problem. Yeah. And if we see any hard utility to counter them, I think we might see a problem here for Apex. But once again, on a site like this, you kind of expect Apex to lose it. As far as I know, when they were on defense, Apex didn't lose it. Yeah, Apex didn't lose a single
this
time
was
on.
this was their stronghold.
And that is how the site.
First with the 3k from Resic Shark, and then the next from an absolutely amazing roam from Leviathan.
One thing I want to note as well, we do see 3 hard breaches. Like, it looks like the Apex are planning on opening up everything, going to make sure that the site has no strongholds.
Unfortunately though, Hatch won't be able to be taken because they don't have anything to counter unless they do Maverick it. That's the only thing I could see doing, but I'm not sure that'll happen with the Kaid. You know?
I mean, I expect it to be Maverick. That's really easy to get the site Maverick. Obviously, we see a ping coming out from Crumbs there. Obviously, communicating to his teammate where he wants him to put a mute jammer.
Looks like Widow's also going to get ready to impact trick eventually later this round, which is a big factor with the Mana losing his shield, gaining impacts. It's quite an interesting change to him.
We see a semi-duo roam here coming out from the side of Exotic, with the Jaeger and the Bandit actually being on the roam, but not really in a position to support each other, are they? Nomad and Jaeger could get into an engagement very soon. Let's see if Make My Day is aware of this.
Both being isolated.
But it does look like it will be Eradicator who's going to be pushed out. And Eradicator does get his first pick. Now just chooses to back off. Very smart play. Elastic now taken off of the board. Hybrid taking a little bit of damage, but Eradicator is still just holding true.
It was pretty interesting that the Eradicator wasn't drained out.
And gets a double. now does Eradicator. Hybrid now gets taken off the board by Twizzy on the Thermite, and Leviathan left alive in a 2v3 situation. Eradicator still up on a roam. White Widow, who was so deadly for his team previously, now getting into the gunfight, and both players missing a lot of shots, but Twizzy does end up winning it against Widow. Huge gunfight for Twizzy
Yeah,
too.
Twizzy does win the potato fight there. And Eradicator's probably going to go big for his team now, Twizzy being on low health.
Hybrid now lagging out. Unfortunately, I think that is their rehost, so we'll be forced to play this match in the current state.
15 seconds remaining.
And Crumbs does get it.
Big round from Eradicator there. I'm just a little confused because it seemed like the Apex team were actually doing some nice roam clear, but just didn't drone out Eradicator in office, which is quite a standard spot.
Yeah,
Obviously paying for it.
it's weird to see that Eradicator did manage to get away with, well, what I'd say is a murder.
Honestly,
in a
literally
position.
getting that nomad and running away. Yeah, it does look like, well, it doesn't look like, it's definitely gonna happen 4v5, which is
Yeah,
pretty
obviously.
rough on the exotic team, but rules are rules, and you gotta
Yeah.
stick to them.
Very unfortunate for their part though. Playing really well right now. Keeping this game very close, which is obviously what you want to see in a matchup.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And hopefully, even with the situation, they are able to keep it generally close. Are going to be four. Actually, never mind. White Widow. Smash, I don't think you're a big fan of Widow right now.
Yeah, you might have just lost a little bit of my respect with that one, but I guess it's a 4v5, so we'll let him go for this round. See if it persists.
10
But
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
Ella shotgun being one of the strongest guns in this whole entire
5 seconds to insertion.
game, especially on console. PC not as much, but console is a
Out to defuse a
super
bomb.
weapon.
Even
I
on
think it has
PC
the
at the
ability
moment.
to change. I think it has the ability to change the round for them. But I feel like it's going to be a lot more closely contested, you know, being a 4v5 now.
One thing I'll say personally is on PC it has seen a little bit of a resurgence in use now, especially because shotguns do seem to be a little more powerful in the current season than they have in previous seasons. So yeah, maybe that's a good reason. And we see early pick coming out onto Elastic. A 5v3 situation now for
Massive
Exotic to
pick for
come back
Chemical.
from.
In a 4v5, getting a first pick is everything, and that's what Chemical did. Bringing it down to a 5v3.
One thing that's
Not
great
looking
to
too
see
good
is
for Exotic.
Exotic aren't backing off, which is huge for them.
Oh yeah, this team has shown a lot of character in this past month that I've seen them play.
White Water getting into this man is honestly looking very scary. What's going on here, Ross? We are currently in a 4v5 Apex versus Exotics in the playoff match, and our site has been given up. Crumbs is now taken off the board. Widow now looking to make a play for his team, but will he be able to actually make a play? No, he will not. Now we have the Valkyrie left in a 1v5 of Eradicator. Eradicator went huge for his team in the previous round. Will he be able to do it again? Doesn't look like it. Plant is already down. Rest of Shock getting the plant down now. And off the board is Eradicator.
That was an extremely good round from the Apex team. Just doing the right things, not taking the 4v5 for granted, and yeah. Was that a flawless?
Yeah, well, yes it was. Unfortunate still from the side of Exotics to be in the 4v5. But even with that flawless round. Nice,
Okay, Ross.
Nice.
Yeah. I think people underrate this exotic team quite a lot. They've achieved quite a lot this year from coming from where they've. Well, I
From
didn't even
nowhere.
know they were a team.
Yeah, they came
For
from nowhere to
this
making it
past
into the
raving
finals.
mad, and they've really shot the lights out.
Making it into a playoff game, which is huge. Almost
Yeah.
coming very close in the finals to actually almost beat the Meraki team to make it into
Yeah,
the.
nearly beating the Meraki team. It was an 8-7, 8-6 last week, which is
Attackers have located
really
some-
special from the Meraki. Oh, I mean, from the exotic team to take it that far. It's a great final to watch. And now it's a little unfortunate that the lag out from exotic occurred, making this more of an attacker-sided map, I guess.
Yeah, you hate to see it happen, but obviously can't account for it.
Yeah, things happen, unfortunately, especially in South Africa.
Yeah, I never know if it's net issues or if it's
Power gone. I
So
can't
many
switch on
problems.
PlayStation, etc.
We see Elastic getting very aggressive now, looking for a spawn peak, and almost pays with his life.
I guess Elastic is just trying to make things even, getting into a 4v4 really early. Unfortunately, just missing the shots. But you know, worth the shot. That's what I'm loving to see from this exotic team, is they're getting really aggressive. Even though it's a 4v5, just playing their normal game.
Willing to take the risk, obviously knowing the situation that they are kind of in a position where they have to.
At this stage, yeah, you just stick to your gun.
That was a really dangerous play coming out from Chemicals on the Ash to use breach charges to open up the windows instead of just shooting them.
You do
That-
have 3 Ash charges now as well, so it is a little weird, but I can understand why. Maybe trying to save them for later use.
Make my day kills Eradicator very early on. That is so bad for them, for Exotic now to be into this position. And it's looking quite unfortunate for the side of Exotic now. And White Widow missing a lot of his shots. Does get a pick. Does White Widow in a very... It's very weird to me that he actually managed to get into this position to rotate all the way downstairs and get that kill.
Was it a drop in from above, or did you
Yeah,
just run?
it was a drop in, I believe. Now in a winnable
Fancy players.
position. Bring it down to a 2v3 now instead of a 5v3. Widow and
Will they
Crumbs
be able
now.
to do it? That is the question.
Plant is going down. And Crumbs just getting off the angle at the wrong time. Now Widow left in a 1v3 situation. 1v2, and Leviathan does manage to get the kill onto Widow.
Big ground, just standard round from Apex once again, just really playing
The man
the best of their
advantage.
abilities. Literally playing some smart siege. And Exotic are trying, but unfortunately at this level, when it becomes a 4v5 from the beginning, all the odds are against you. Especially after, or especially this being their defense rounds. If this happened in the attack round, something else could have maybe happened, but yeah.
Hybrid did get back in the game, fortunately. I just read the Discord. Looks like Hybrid's power did go out. A trip.
That
of
is
some
South
sort.
Africa for you.
And hopefully we see a resurgence coming out from the side of Exotics now.
Oh, game on. 100% game on right now.
Is there
Back to a
first
5v5.
defense?
Loving the 6-pick of Rook to Rook. That's what
Yeah,
you love to see.
I think he loaded in later. Unfortunately, couldn't get the 6-pick off in time. But I guess any operator is a good operator right now.
Oh, 100%. That extra man's gonna do wonders for them. But we'll just see how things go. Apex did have a very good... I mean, wait. I think this is the only round that all defending teams have won today. Eradicator going on the big roam.
Locate and defuse bombs.
previous round for them on this defense, and then the Leviathan and the Restic Shark 3 case.
Yeah, this side's been perfect today. It's gone 3 for 3. Upstairs has gone 1 for 3 now and 1 for 2.
The big question is, will Apex be able to crack this fortress that is armory and lockers?
Part of me does think that Exotics have lost a little bit of motivation now, and obviously that's going to play a bit on their mind, but I personally think this map is done now for the side of Exotics. They have to focus on map 2. We have a Rook P90 coming out. Don't know if that's by choice that he has the P90 on, or if it was obviously probably some casual shenanigans that have carried over now, unfortunately, for Hybrid into comp. But we'll have to wait and see.
You know, you can't discount the P90. It's always got a place in Siege. Never know, maybe I'll have a spray down like Restic Shark earlier.
Well, hopefully for its part we'll see that.
The P90 does have around 50 bullets, right, in this mag?
50 bullets, yeah, exactly 50 bullets plus 1.
And my shows 80.
Yeah, 80 plus 1.
Okay, so I see.
From
So you know, some similarities.
Elastic getting the first pick now, and as we said, it looks like it's game on. That is Maverick off the board. The Kaid's going to stay in play for a lot longer now. Also, no frags on the board for Apex.
Yeah, it looks like Hatch isn't going to be able to be opened now, which is quite a nice thing for the defenders. Unfortunate for Restic Shark getting taken out early.
It's also going to be very difficult to get into sight now, obviously with those bandits still being up and Kaid still being up.
Verse is going to have to go big. Chemical here with the Ash, with his breaches and his Ash charges, is going to have to get the rest.
Does manage to get out one of the roamers, but the Vigil of Eradicator still on the board, getting Make My Day off the board. That is your Jackal off the board, and is still managing to waste time. Vert control does need to be taken from the side of Apex now, but it does look like Eradicator's actually going to give it up. That's not what I expected him to do. I thought he would be contesting
quite
for
an interesting decision.
Long as possible.
I do expect Apex Chemical now to get the Vert, even though it does not look like that's happening. Thermite opening above with his Thermite charge.
That's something you don't see often or if at all, and especially with the Ash on the board.
Yeah.
Chemicals now off the board by Elastic. Elastic going huge for his team this round, and now Eradicator off the board. Elastic just playing on sight. Elastic's been killing everyone from sight. That's the worst part. He hasn't been moving much.
That's extremely interesting. Must have got a double on Dragon.
What can I only expect? Elastic is now taken off the board. Twizzy and Leviathan in a very bad situation now.
Still a very possible situation though.
And unfortunately lose it out. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a ball game on here.
Oh, 100%. The fire has been lit. Just shows you that with 5 people on the board, you can actually see how both these teams will actually play.
Obviously Hybrid wasn't doing much that game.
Apex have taken 2 attacks though while Hybrid was gone, so I think that might play a major factor, and I do still see them winning this map just for that cause, because they are a good team, and their last push was pretty decent as well on Bunk. But Armory has still not lost
Been
today,
conquered.
and unless there's overtime it probably won't be lost for the rest of today.
Yeah, Exotic has to go really big right now as a team. To bring us back into an overtime situation isn't very likely from them, but you'd have to hope for their part that they are able to. Apex did look very clinical in the previous, both of the previous attack rounds, to be honest. that they attack the
It's-
site.
It's quite funny that I was saying, you know, I don't think Armory and Lockers is going to be the best out on this map anymore, but these guys probably heard me and were like, no, we'll show you, and they did. 4 for 4. Very interesting thing to see. Do you think Apex are going to go try push a kitchen? Or sorry, break room? Because I think it's quite a nice angle of attack on this bunks. That.
Attackers are heading
If I take a
out
moment
to
to
the
think
bomb.
about it, from what I've seen from Apex, if we looked at back at the defense of the site, they seem to have a very standardized push, standardized way to play it. So I think they probably will do the same thing that they did in the previous round. Probably have chemicals on the rappel. Hopefully this time just shooting the barricades instead of using his breach charges. But I don't know. At the moment they are rotating around over the top of the roof. Where's Chemicals right now? Chemicals completely showing me that I am wrong and choosing to change his push fully, and does get paid for doing that. Eradicator getting one pick onto Chemicals very early on in the round, getting the Ash off the board, and that was the vertical play that we saw in the previous round, now taken off the board.
Chemical obviously going for a glory play, and if that worked out, it probably would have won them the round, but unfortunately they didn't. And we move on.
Oh! Things you love to hear. Things you absolutely love to hear. Elastic getting a beautiful
SMG
one.
11 headshot.
I think it was a one tap, and now a 3v3. Elastic getting very aggressive now. Has to be very careful.
Leviathan and Restic Shot coming back with the refrags. And the smoke and C4 both flopping to that little hole. Could affect him for the rest of the round.
But Elastic holding a very powerful position now. If he isn't droned out, will have a huge amount of play. If he is droned out now, he is going to struggle.
Leviathan does have 2 drones though, so I do see him being droned out. Or not. Seems like that drone went right past him into Arcade Hallway.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Elastic is going nuclear for his team right now. And getting too aggressive, loses it, but there we do see a refrag 1v2 situation now. Leviathan, what are you going to do, my man? Using your utility very well has Leviathan, and gets absolutely decimated. Crumbs with a double, and Elastic with a beautiful triple off the SMG11 play.
Yo, that had to be some Pika's advantage there though. I did not even see him if it wasn't for the highlight. Yeah, see. That was a bit of Siege's roughness.
One thing that I'll say, it may have been a one-way angle there, but also one thing that I've seen from Exotics is they love having those little pixel angles. They constantly line up doorways to only have little pixel slits through it, and definitely see them using that to their advantage right now.
And game on, eh? Game on. Elastic
5-6.
getting a nice triple there. And I think it was a triple or a double, I can't remember. One of the two. It's the SMG11, and then yeah, that's keeping the hopes alive of Exotic Esports.
One thing that in the
next
last
site is initiation. Sorry, Carl, yeah?
one thing I'll say from Exotics that we see they have this never say die attitude, which is so great to see. Last week having a 8-6 and 8-7 or 8-7 8-6, and now on board to maybe do the same thing again. Hopefully in the reverse for them.
But yeah, initiation is one of the worst sites on Theme Park. Might be hard for the Exotic team to hold, but we'll have to see how things go.
Located.
Interesting to see where the Apex team pushes from. The mirror is in play though, so I do imagine it's going to be a common bunk tech. As it is very hard to push in through cash with that cash mirror.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
I'm okay. Something I have never seen before, could be very interesting to see.
I really like that. That is a very nice angle. Probably looks all the way into door. That could actually become a very good power position if someone chills there.
We see a little bit of damage being done to chemicals, and Elastic just keeping on the angle for too long now does get taken out.
That could have further repercussions for the rest of this round. Apex getting, Chemical getting an absolutely vital kill to the round. And let's see if we can get some more.
Having a beautiful one of the old seasonal cameras does Chemicals. I'm a little bit jealous of you for this
I'm
camera.
also big jelly. This is something you'd love to see.
Once again, Crumbs now choosing to get onto this angle. Have they not learned? Do not peek where you don't need to peek. Widow gets a pick onto Chemicals now, onto Shock, excuse me, getting the refrag.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And bandit tricking coming out from Widow to keep. Beautiful shot that I'm so lucky that we caught on camera coming out from Widow.
Goodness gracious me. That was a very tense spot, but he got that. Oh my gosh. With the red dot somewhere. Something you don't see every day.
And doing a little bit of damage onto Leviathan. I also beautiful shots coming out from Widow. Widow going nuclear for his team now as well. It just seems like every time we see someone new on the side of Exotics going nuclear for their team, Widow doing so much work now, and Hybrid does get taken out, but Widow is now in a better position. Does do a little bit of damage and is looking to just get aggressive. Getting too aggressive now for his good and gets taken out, but Leviathan is on very low health now. The mirror is in play and does get the kill onto the Nomad. Diffuser is still down. 1v2 for Twizzy now. Ladies and gentlemen, overtime.
Game on. Game on. But I just wanted to say they just looked like White Widow was getting a little too confident for his own good, feeling himself a little bit. But yeah, no. Exceptional gameplay.
2009. It may have been Smosh's cat, Michael. If it was a real random sound in the background. Wow. One thing I'll have to say is that just proves how having all your players is so vital for a team. Going from a
imagine going from a 3-6 to a 6-6 just because you have 5 members in your team is a massive change. It's actually quite nice to see. I must say I wasn't expecting an overtime this game from that position, but goodness me, have Exotic brought it back.
And Exotic, one thing I will mention, have gotten the stronger side, the defense side. Honestly, I think this game should be over and Exotic should be have won this map already. But unfortunately, well, they didn't get the luck of the draw.
But will Apex be the team to crack this armory defense, which hasn't been broken today? And I know I've talked a lot about it, but it's been extremely interesting.
10 seconds left.
I feel like if Apex can just get rid of the roamers a bit earlier and without losing too many men, I feel like it'll be their round, especially with the Jackal in play now.
Attackers are heading out to defuse.
One thing that I'll say that I like that's on the board for us now is the Kali. I don't think they brought the Maverick downstairs on the previous attempt to the side. And now we
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
see it
been
changing
dropped.
up a bit.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Where are the roamers though? Eradicator is upstairs on the vigil once again. And it does look like they are planning on pushing him out. Chemicals, are you planning on doing the same sneaky little push? Last time you did pay for it, but actually it might help his team now. Are they aware of the vigil? Jackal does look like he is coming through. FX make my day. Going to help the Ash. If he can get in to get some tracking work done onto Eradicator, this will be huge for their team.
Yeah, it does seem like this push might work. Seems like they committed to getting rid of the roamers, which is just amazing to see.
And Eradicator playing smart, just backing off, not wanting to lose his life. Chemicals does look like he's on the hunt though. Chemicals on the hunt and doesn't win the gunfight. Hybrid coming back, making impact. Eradicator getting another one as well now. Make my day off the board. That is your Jackal off the board, but we do see a refrag coming out now from Leviathan. But what does the attack have? Are any of the walls open?
Absolutely massive roam play coming in from Eradicator and Hybrid. That's what you love to see, and it was the biggest danger which Apex couldn't get out. Sorry for my English there.
And finally gets taken out. Does Elastic is just constantly just seems like he's one-tapping people. Every time I see him, he's one-tapping people. And now Leviathan on low health again. Your two hard breaches have been the only players alive in the last 3 rounds. The last round we saw was Twizzy left in a clutch. The round before that, Leviathan left in a clutch. Now we have to wait and see who's left in the clutch situation next. Or will they both be able to bring it back and help their team out of this? White Widow playing the drone hole now still.
15 seconds to go.
Still a very winnable round for Apex, but yeah, it's gonna come close.
And White Widow finishes it off. Almost a beautiful play coming out from I think that was Crumbs on the Kaid.
Well, I think Leviathan nearly turned everything around there, getting the Kaid, and then not knowing where Bandit was, but
almost getting him.
Oh, close enough, yeah. But you know what? Armory still hasn't been cracked today. Goodness me.
Yeah.
It shows you how powerful each team is on it.
But that's one thing I'll say that we see in the side. It's a very comfortable side to play on. You simply bunker down, hold everything, and that's about it.
It
One
just seems like the roam work has been massive from both these teams. You know, Leviathan going big one round, Eradicator going big another on that defense. It just always seems like the roam work is what the make or break, and I think that might continue again with another Armory defense.
But one thing that I know you and I can agree on is maybe we should get some 5-man roam clearing coming out from the attackers, because right now it seems really sloppy on the roam clear.
Yeah, 2 to 3 people just isn't enough currently, and
it just seems like 1v1 gunfights are being given to the defenders, and that leaves it down to a 50-50. Either one can win, and obviously the defense just come out on top on those 50-50s. And another thing that I think could have been very vital is if we saw some hatch play coming out. The hatch has been left alone almost every round now from both of the attacking sides. No one's even
being a very powerful position to hold. She cuts off like basically all rotations into both bomb sites.
That's a huge part of the map, and Maverick has been brought for the most part, so they don't have the excuse that there's no Kaid. But hatch this round hasn't been reinforced.
Oof, as we called it, this could be the make or break to actually win an Armory defense. But I mean attack. But Leviathan back on the roam with his deadly mute, and this is something to behold.
Are we going to see a castle room? Hold on. Where is little Twizzy? Yeah. Not Twizzy is not on a castle. Chemical is. Elastic's taking so much damage, and
Apex
almost
doing Chemical doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, couldn't get the kill, but did enough for his team there. That is true, Ross. It really is true.
once again the roam play does look like it's going to be effective. Where is Leviathan? Leviathan has been pushed into a position now and gets the kill, does Leviathan. Leviathan finally getting taken out, though does a lot of damage. And Chemical coming out to finish what needed to be done.
Let me just see Basic Shark just utilizing his bullet hose to the fullest of its abilities, absolutely just spraying through that hole, making it almost impossible for them to get anywhere near it.
Chemicals finally does get taken out.
Down to a 3v3. Very winnable position for Exotic. But I still feel like this is going to go Apex's way.
I mean, if history shows what history's been showing, Apex will win it. Widow, I think Widow will break through this and just get ready to push. Where is Twizzy? Twizzy holding down this fireplace and gets one. Will he get another one? Yes, he will. And now Hybrid left in a 1v2 clutch situation.
Twizzy absolutely going massive there. Oh my gosh.
Has to go for the kill.
5 seconds left.
Potato warfare! And defense wins it off the potato warfare coming out from Twizzy.
My
and
gosh. There was some blood boiling stuff there. Yo. As good as Apex, as good as Twizzy's double kill was, it was just as equally bad there. Goodness gracious, but oh. Well done to Twizzy there, absolutely keeping Apex's dreams alive. And now it's coming down to the final defense for Exotic's side. Final attack from Apex's, and
make or break.
this is going to be very interesting. I think whoever gets first pick here is going to win the round, 100%. I feel that each team just needs to be a little less aggressive than they have been, and just focus on keeping the man count, because could have won them the game in the end.
Mech, I agree 100% with you. What? Like the beautiful one tap practically onto the Jaeger, or like 3 tap for the Jaeger to be off the board, and then to have that happen so close. You saw the pressure of the timer really getting to him. Hybrid was at the end of the round there. So unfortunate to see from Hybrid. And wow. Overtime match point here of map 1
and
in the
it's
series.
initiation defense. Did not see that coming.
I mean, the initiation defense was very dominant. Wow, beautiful work coming out from both teams there, honestly. And well, Smosh, your beautiful sight is still left alive and unbeatable.
100%, bro. 100%.
Roam play coming out here from the Jaeger of Hybrid now. If we flash the scoreboard for a second, obviously this is post rehose. Widow still continuing to be dominant. Eradicator having a great Crumbs and Elastic still doing a lot of work. Hybrid came back and has been doing pretty decent since coming back. Risto Shock has been struggling to get into the game. Same with Make My Day. But once again from Leviathan, Twizzy and Chemicals, they are doing very well for their team. And as we hear the
Yeah,
first
especially with
set of
those hectic castle plays earlier today, really impressed me. And then Widow equally with his flippin' jackal plays.
now
Two big
chemicals on the
powerhouses in
jackal.
the team.
Chemicals off of the Ash, interesting to see. Seeing the mirror and choosing wisely to get away from that position.
Yeah, that mirror being a big power position. No to that.
Make My Day does get a tap onto the castle. Once again though, we constantly seeing the defense get aggressive and wanting to peek the angles, yeah.
Apex just absolutely taking advantage of that.
Chemicals is off the board now by Hybrid. Beautiful to see, just not seeing his foot is elastic. Walls should be opened up now.
Time to ring some ears.
If his position isn't droned out, this could be a huge play from Elastic.
A bomb has been located.
Elastic in a very bad position now for his team. Will need some support to come out.
Walk on Tango. Second floor.
And they're unfortunately losing his player now. Apex are into the site and are ready to plant. Plant is going down. Ristostock just keeping the plant down. Diffuser down now. The defense looking very sloppy, not doing much. And now Hybrid also not seeing his opponent and losing the gunfight. Eradicator now in a 1v3 situation on the mirror. 1v2 situation, does manage to get the war first, and ladies and gentlemen, map 1 going over to Apex.
What an amazing push from Apex there. That was really nice to see. It just seemed like too much aggression and too much passiveness at the wrong times there for both, well, for Exotic. You know, Hybrid just holding that guy in bunks for too long. Who was the guy? Who was the castle that round, car?
I think it was Crumbs.
I think it was Crumbs. Absolutely just peaks Apex, and Apex are just waiting for him. So yeah, great first map for Apex. But I think things could have got a bit more different if it wasn't for the 4v5 for half of the second half.
Yeah, very unfortunate to see, as I believe map 2 is Clubhouse, I said? And obviously roles have to switch. Just wait for the tick-ups from the players, and huge from the side of Apex to manage to actually get the win off. We see Apex having all their ticks already up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need to use the bathroom or anything of the sort, take this time right now in the slight intermission that we have. Get yourself out there, do what you need to do, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, I'm guessing. I think I'm gonna take the moment to get myself a drink as well while we're in this intermission period. White Widow, yeah, I've also never seen him before, Llama.
Carl, Gage is just gonna come in now. Just gonna go do something.
No
So
stress.
yeah, I think he's part of the group, so yeah. Good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks for
I
joining
still
me.
think it's going to be a 2-0 now to Apex, because I thought whoever won the first map was going to pull through, so yeah, I'm expecting a 2-0 from Apex now, unless Exotic kick hard back, but I doubt it. I think the momentum's in Apex's side now. But cheers.
Cheerio, good sir.
Stream.
Who preferred the exotic guys or the side of Apex? Because yeah, as we saw earlier, Apex are known for being casual players. Look, it's paid off right now, winning map 1. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen both teams in casuals before, as everyone is just about readying up. Clubhouse map 2 and orange team does start on the attack. Waiting for one more ready up from each side. Once they're ready up, we will have a start to this game. So for those who are still in the chat, still watching the stream, do you agree with Smasher's prediction that the game will end up in a 2-0, or do you think Exotic have the possibility to bring it back and make it a map 3 for us? So, hello, Sir RMGZ. Good day, sir.
How's it, man?
How have you been enjoying this match so far?
It was really good. I'm surprised it was so tight, but it was very cool to see.
Oh, we'll wait for one more ready up and get back into map 2. What's your
Cool.
prediction for this map?
What map is it?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Look, I think... Look, we know Apex is good on Clubhouse, but Exotic, I think they can pull something out of here. So, yeah, look, I can't really predict today. I think it's going to be very tight. I mean, based off the first match, I thought it was going to be very one-sided, but clearly I was wrong.
Yeah, honestly, if I think if Exotic them didn't have that lag out, it would have been a 1-0 to Exotic right now. That's personally how my opinion on the game is for how it should have gone. But obviously you can't, especially in a country like ours, can't have anything like that be predicted.
No, not at all. I think also Exotic got unlucky in that overtime match point downstairs.
Oh, that's
Nomad
heartbreak.
potatoing your shots. I was like, no. I know he's probably kicking himself for that one, but it's just super unlucky.
After hitting a beautiful shot into the Jaeger as well, to go.
Oh, that was an amazing shot.
To go from
Amazing, but yeah.
Oh, awkward to see. Exotic
I think
to ban,
what really
okay.
cost them the round though was that in connector, that's where the diffuser was left. So the Nomad really had no choice but to go for the frag, where if she had the diffuser, it would have been well over, I imagine.
Could have obviously. I don't know if you had any nomad off the mid doorway, because obviously split was castled and gotten off a diffuser most likely.
Yeah, it's just it was a very well set up defense by Apex. Surprised Kai didn't go down, but yeah, I suppose that's how it goes.
Siege at its best.
Yeah.
Banfei is looking very spicy. Maverick, Creed, Thatcher, and I'm wondering who this last defender will be. But Maverick and Thatcher off the board, oof, that's gonna make attacking a lot harder. And I'm guessing Apex obviously choosing to get rid of the Thatcher just because they did use Cali last game as well. Malusi once again off the board.
Yeah, that isn't something we usually see, the Maverick and the Thatcher banned at the same time. Usually it's one or the other. You kind of got to pick your battle there, but if they feel confident with Kali, then by all means go for it.
Yes sir, Kamishan, that is the man. Mick Head ZA. Mick Beard ZA.
How's it coming, Sean?
Upstairs first coming out from the side of Exotics is Hybrid, yeah, because he just got a random operator of Pulse.
Maybe he's going for the 6-pick.
Well, has to at this point, I think. Pulse not being that useful on Cash CC, so. Strange to see, even with the operators changing in the meta, a lot of teams still using the meta defensive operators. Obviously, I think it's a bit too early for teams to adjust yet, so I think they are struggling. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I think it's also unlucky for this tournament especially, is that they were playing this entire league with the old meta, and we had a span in the works of the new operation launching straight at the end of this, so they probably prepped with the old update in mind, not realizing that, you know, this was going to be the changes. So I don't think it's not game changing, like it's not like a groundbreaking change in my opinion, but it definitely helps with that whole defender meta where we just had, you know, util everywhere. So the Jaeger change in my opinion was very good, but it isn't broken. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, but my thing that I find very odd is we're not seeing people change their operator choices, which is strange to see, obviously, because in the old meta, Jaeger and Wamai together were probably the most deadly thing that we've seen. Elastic going for a cheeky little spawn kill, maybe?
Yeah, but what I think with the delay in the Jaeger ADS changes, I think Wamai and him go hand in hand now, where one will catch the other, you know, when the ADS doesn't work. So that's probably the thinking there, but I think we will see a change later in the season.
I have to agree with you there. Change. Obviously, Tachanka very soon will be allowed in comp as well, so...
Yes. I'm actually very excited for that. I want to see how the defenders use that, especially in comp.
Backside take? The attack split, if we take a moment to look at this, how this attack is looking, it looks like we are going to see a split take. Apex, one thing I've noticed, really like bringing a lot of hard breach. We see the Thermite Thatcher, the Thermite Kali with the Ace and the Hibana now in play here. That's a lot of hard breach. A lot of hard breach, to be honest.
I can't really fault that, to be honest, though, because with the amount of hatches you need to get if it's a downstairs push and the church wall, I think that's maybe where they thought they were going first. Bringing the Kali was obviously a good idea, since they did go CCT, because they got the wall open very early, which is nice. But on a map like Clubhouse, I think 3 hard breaches is alright. I don't think it's a misplay at all.
A flurry of kills coming in now for Apex. I don't know what happened in the situation of the smoke there, and once again Elastic just taking players out. The Roni with the 1.5, I know you've become a very big fan of this gun recently.
Yeah, especially with the addition of the 1.5, it's really made the gun more viable in my opinion, which is great to see.
Unfortunately missing his shots and missing the C4 1v1 situation now for Widow to find himself in.
I must say there seems to be a different Apex we're seeing. They're a lot more calculated in their pushes, and they seem to be reading Exotic very well in these situations.
Widow taking the man off the rappel and having a little bit of a showboat to end it off.
I think that's a good morale booster for them after coming off that loss. So they probably needed that just to get their footing and get their headspace right again.
One thing that I'm gonna say, Widow today has really been an impressive player to me. He just doesn't seem to miss, and obviously getting a 1v2 clutch now for his team. What a player he is. I don't know what your thoughts on him are, because he's
Well, I
generally
saw the
someone
chat
new.
going. I saw the chat going crazy for him and asking who he is, and even the caster there earlier, Smosh, saying that he doesn't know who he is. So yeah, I think he's the most exciting player to see in Exotic. I think he's definitely one to watch for the future as well.
Especially if they have to win this matchup going into Premier Division. That'll be a great new talent to see at the top tier of Siege.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's a lot riding for both teams. You know, on the one hand, Exotic, they get to go into Premier Division, where Apex, if they lose this, they're out. And Apex have been in the Premier Division, I think, since the beginning. So to lose it at this stage will be a big blow to them. And I'm sure that they want to hold on to this for as long as they can.
Yeah, they've been in here since the ye old times of man.
Well, if you look at their accounts, I think they're like level 352, 400. They've been here since Siege started on console, so yeah, it'll be a shame to see them out. But look, the new players that have come into the scene, they've really pushed local Siege to what it should be, and are really trying new things and showing these older teams how it's done, I would say.
Yeah, or what's the saying? Out with the old, in with the new?
Yeah, pretty much. But not to say that Apex aren't a good team, though. They clearly have adapted to the new ops and the new metas. They have got very calculated pushes on attack, and I think that's what makes them very different to Exotic, as that they clearly got a plan and what they want to do.
Yeah, Exotic do seem like a very free team. Choosing not to impact trick the hatch, actually do manage to get off the impact trick. Wow.
And that's a big blow to them, but
I think we just saw all the impacts on the defense. That is an amazing play coming out from the defense, with the Legion and the Wamai. Wamai obviously having impact nades now. Choosing to impact trick with Legion and Wamai, and then Eradicator getting a kill onto the Hibana as well now.
see, that's what's funny on maps like these. It's almost like a util battle. It's, you know, it's hard breach versus the nades on defense. So you really got to be so calculated in how you approach this.
That was beautifully done from the side of Exotic to get off all that work. Eradicator being very smart, was Jackal tracked, and just as he gets tracked, as soon as it's finished, is ready to get back out there. Apex have a decent amount of map control now as well, though, I will say, and Hatch is getting open. That is 3 sets of Exkyros plus a Thermite on the Hatch. The only hard breach they have left, no, they don't have any more hard breach left. Leviathan actually on a Nomad now, so downstairs attack is fully going to be a Hatch drop. Blue stairs, main stairs, they are very stuck in what they are able to do right now from the side of Apex.
Yeah, Exotic for playing this very well and very cleverly. Apex, they just need to find their footing, and they need to do these roam clears a lot quicker. But we do know that Clubhouse is more of a defender-sided map, so we do expect these type of rounds to happen.
Leviathan manages to get 1 kill and a refrag coming out from Elastic for Exotic. And Leviathan with another kill. Now Hybrid very low, and Leviathan about 50 HP on him, just under 50.
I must say, Leviathan's very deadly on this Nomad, eh?
Yeah, he's been hitting his shots. It's been beautiful to see.
Some good siege, but with that timer going down, they really need to decide what they're doing now and make it fast.
Once again, a 2v2 situation now. A 1v2 situation, Nomad inside. And now 1v1 situation, no time left. And Diffuser is on Hatch. So unfortunate for Leviathan, having a great round, getting a 3k on the round.
What a misplay by Apex. If that was me, I'd probably be shouting at my teammates there. Why did no one bring the diffuser? You don't drop it there without a clear goal plan on who's taking it.
I think Thermite may have been domed with the diffuser on the Hatch, which is very unfortunate, but If
What an
I'm the
unlucky
Vi-
way to lose the round, though. That's the thing. It's one of those frustrating misplays that you just can't have at this high level.
And for the diffuser to be out of sight with that little amount of time left, and Leviathan having to clear so much just to get it back, is heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, look, Leviathan had a big round there. It's a shame he couldn't pop that off earlier in the round just to get the rest of his team into sight. But hopefully he picks it up next round.
Chemicals getting off of the Ibanez now on an Ash. I think the teams decided that they don't need all the hard breach for a site like Gym Bedroom, or obviously expecting a Gym Bedroom defense, because let's be real, not many teams play bar. I think the only team that I've seen recently play bar was Mist, and well, they got beat on it last week, but they have really good strats for it. But once again, not really many teams playing bar, and in my opinion, it's on the size of the site. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Look, I think bar can be viable. You just got to be very clear and precise with your shots. That side is, like you said, the distance. It's all about hitting your shots, making sure you're getting those early picks, and making the attackers funnel into sites. I do think it's a viable site if you set it up correctly. But I know a lot of teams struggle with it, just as like you said, with the size.
And there we see the battle of the utility has started. An Ash charge for a castle barricade. The start of the utility.
So we're seeing a very common setup here with the castle in the mirror. It's a very good strat to hold that wall, especially because we just know that wall's always going to be open, especially with the drone hole being there. No matter how many times you want to band a trick, it's going to get opened. So having that mirror in the bathroom to hold off breach is a crazy good play.
Losing Elastic early on though could become a costly mistake for the side of Exotics, but I don't know, they still have a good position that they are in, and the unnecessary aggression coming out from a hybrid, going for the refrag, trying to force it, and obviously costing his team another man.
Yeah, look, your guy in CC really just needs to waste time. He doesn't really need to go for the frags. He kind of just needs to make them worried and make the attackers hunt him down. So, bit of a shame that he got picked off early there. And now hybrid goes down as well. But this is going to be tough to bring back for Exotic.
Crumbs with a beautiful kill on that UMP to get the Ash off the board though, to bring us back into a closer game. The mirror is still wasting so much time. A lot of death has already happened, but once again the mirror just wasting all the time in the world. And do they know that there's a player inside? I don't think they do. And the Cali is inside on the mirror now. White Widow and Crumbs now having to go huge for their team. White Widow taking a little bit of damage. And now White Widow left in a 1v3. Diffuser is about to go down. And very unfortunate for White Widow. And a huge misplay for the I think it was the Cali, yeah, the Cali to just run into side. And no one to be in a position to watch it.
Yeah, I think Exotic I think that mirror player was really just hoping that someone was behind him. I would also, in that situation, think that someone's got my back. Castle was obviously sitting in construction, but he just allowed that Nomad just to run straight into sights and get that mirror, and that's what allowed the rest of the team just to run through breach and take control of sights. White Widow obviously trying his best to hold it off in logistics, but just got very unlucky there. Very unfortunate round for Exotic, but finally Apex has a round on the board.
One thing that I'll say I find was a key mistake from the side of Exotics there was the unnecessary aggression from Elastic and Hybrid. Losing two men without any refrag really. The refrag only coming about, I think, 30 seconds later into the round. That was, I'd say, a waste at that point in the round to lose your men like that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but was the Valk Hybrid, he was downstairs,
yes, no, he actually jumped out of sight window, trying to get the refrag onto the Ash, who jumped into...
Yeah, that's a very risky play, jumping out of those windows onto that balcony. Usually you have so many players on the roof, or just even watching from the other roof, the opposite roof, into CC. So yeah, he just got very unlucky there. But as you said, it was terrible aggression. That CC player should have just been there to waste time, really, and just to draw the attackers' attention and bring them towards him.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
Yeah, very, very, very huge misplay from the side of Exotics, and it cost them into the round now. But once again, we go on to their next defense site that they have won before, and I think they are prepared to win.
They got very close to losing it, though, I'm not gonna lie, because Apex had a very clear and precise way of taking this, and they got so close to getting that. It was just that, I think what they keep doing is their mistake is they get the plant down and they think the round's almost over, and they hold these angles. It's never over once the diffuser's down.
Crumb's getting so unlucky to not get the bandit trick off in time. Milliseconds off of getting the bandit trick off onto the thermite and the Hibana. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's something you never want to see, to be honest. And I bet his team is very upset about that.
And now Leviathan getting another pick as well on this Nomad.
As I said, Leviathan is just deadly on that Nomad.
Very underrated is your flank watch players, and Leviathan is doing it really well. Players like Leviathan usually don't get the attention that they deserve for being flank watch. Just doing what no one really wants to do, and almost getting another pick onto the smoke of Hybrid for his troubles. And does now manage to get the kill onto Hybrid. This is looking like it is an Apex round coming in.
Is it not crazy to see your support flex getting all the frags?
I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing and just feeding Apex the players, you get into a situation like this where it is White Widow now left in a 1v5, and now off the board is White Widow.
That is... Oh my word, that Nomad. Leviathan. You're mental, dude. Holy crap. To bring that back, he's just popping off with Nomad. I mean, you don't ever see your support flex doing that kind of work. You expect your fragger rolls, you know, to really just pick up, especially on a map like Clubhouse. But yeah, Leviathan just seems to have the patterns down, and he just knows what he wants to do. So, props to him.
He's been doing really good on the job, just watching the flanks as well, the positions that he needs to watch as amazing as anyone could. Putting down his nomads and then just watching the flank. And beautiful work coming out from him. Chemicals going on to a Ying. Oh no. An operator we all dread to see and hate. Now, I mean, especially with the new
I don't dread to see it. I like Ying.
You like playing Ying, but if you face one, let's be real, no one likes facing a Ying. It's such a painful operator to come up against.
Well, especially to your eyes.
I like that.
It's like staring at the sun for 5 minutes.
Oh, no, we're not playing Villa today, Gage. Oh wait, actually the sun was removed from Villa, I forgot about that. Oh,
yeah, that's true. And you had those, oh yeah, the lights on the balcony, that was terrible. I don't know why they did that.
Welcome to Seeds, ladies and gentlemen, having the sun just be a great thing just left in the map. Yeah, I agree with you, Magnetus. Does look like it's gonna be a close game. Is there any roam play coming out?
Yeah, that's what it said. I mean, based on the theme park game, you can't really predict what's gonna happen. I mean, let's all be honest, we all thought it was gonna be one-sided, but clearly not. Clearly both teams want this really badly, so they're playing their best, and it shows.
Elastic though, getting a pick onto Apex and make my day. Was there Ivana picked off the repel? She was.
Oof, super unlucky there.
Yeah. In painful ways of saying it, you hate to see it. Now, I wonder if the thermite is going to rotate over not to use his utility again. It's Twizzy. has one more thermite and not much of an option on what he can and cannot do. But we do still have chemicals with the hard breach gadget.
Yeah, look, at this point I think they're just going to have to change it up. I don't think Kitchenette is going to work for them. They're going to have to get Moto, drop there and take Church. I think that's going to be the easiest push for them, to be honest.
Chemicals does manage to take over blue now with the beautiful play coming out from the Ying, and gets immediately refragged by the bandit.
That was insane though.
Elastic going off for his team now. Elastic managing to get onto a row. Someone choosing to open up Moto Hatch, as you said now. Now Twizzy and Leviathan left as the last two alive. Let's get on board with Leviathan. This man has been tearing up people, going 9-1 right now.
Yeah, look, they need to make sure that they clear these roamers. That's ultimately what cost them, having the Bandit and Jaeger just running around, getting those picks. So I think going forward they need to just start doing top-down pushes, clearing as a 5-man, and getting those early picks.
As we now see Leviathan rotate over towards blue and almost gets a pick for his troubles on this rotate. And now Twizzy is taken out by White Widow on the bullet hose himself, Maestro.
Super unlucky there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Leviathan left to clutch for his team.
And with so little time on the clock.
And look where the diffuser is. Diffuser is left in no man's land. Leviathan almost getting a kill and getting double peeked by the Jaeger and the bandits, and 3-2 to the side of
Man was just
Esports.
tanking bullets though. I'm surprised he survived for so long. That was insane.
Wow, this matchup is up and down. But I'm pretty sure in the last round we saw that there was no roam play that actually came out from Exotics. I think the Jaeger managed to run up mainstairs late. Same with the bandit up blue.
I think he got the repel kill on the Obana, and I think he went straight upstairs. I didn't see him back in sight, unless someone in chat can point that out. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
But you really need to clear out your roamers fast in the beginning. You can't let them just run around like that, because when you're trying to push downstairs and everybody else is upstairs, they can just flank and it's over for you. So very big misplay, especially because you've got the Nomad. You can stop those rotates from happening. So the fact that they just managed to run around the map freely is a big problem, and Apex need to sort that out immediately.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, especially with the Nomad on the board, like you said there. Nomad is so good at cutting off your rotates and the flanks coming out from defenders. For Eradicator and Elastic to just be left free to run around and cause trouble for their teams is that's something you never want to see.
Yeah, look, and it's on like a map like Clubhouse, you really need to get that done. You need to clear off those roams. You need to stop those rotates from happening, and there's so many ways to run around this map. Nomad can cut that off immediately. So I mean, her job just needs to be straight in there, cut the roam, cut the rotates, and then start working as a team to push to that site. It's a bit of a shame though that we've got Apex made by Day on Jackal, and he still hasn't got a kill on the board. But let's see if he can pick it up this round.
Make My Day's been switching up his roles very often in this matchup so far. He was on a flurry of operators. I think he was on Imbana for one round. He's just been being thrown around at this point on operators, now on the Jackal. And yeah, like you said, it's horrible to see a player on 0 kills.
Yeah, and if we look at the side of Exotic, we've got Hybrid also being very unlucky there on a 0 and 5. But yeah, look, sometimes it happens. Maybe on your defense you're just not feeling as strong, and maybe things change when you swap roles. So let's see.
Eradicator does get taken off the board by Make My Day. The player you said needs to get a kill, finally gets his first kill on the matchup. And Elastic going off, and now I think that was onto the main breach. No, actually taking that back downstairs control for his team. But now Chemicals killing Crumbs. And now Chemicals getting another kill, getting ready to take sides for his team. 4v2 situation, sorry, not a 3v2. Where are your defenders? And a kill coming out from White Widow on the Ella. Ella, not an operator you see very often. Very low now is Widow.
Widow just destroying his opponents today. Diffuser down though, so Apex are going to have to do a retake. One player down on the side of Exotic, so Apex can bring this back if they can just get rid of this Ella that's on, what is it, maybe 20 health?
Under 20, I'd say. And unfortunately gets left in a very bad position, does Widow. Gets taken off the board there.
Unfortunate, but yo, he did a lot of work to try to bring that back, I'm not going to lie. He was playing extremely well there.
And now with 3-3 split. On a map like this, I have to sort of agree with what Smosh said earlier. If Apex take 3, I think this is all but over. And that is something that I'm going to stick to. I think Apex may have clinched a possible win here, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
It's so tough to tell though. I mean, Theme Park went to OT, so do you think maybe we'll see an OT again?
There is a possibility for it, but yeah, like Smosh said, this map, and you said yourself earlier as well, this map is very defender-sided. So for it to be a 3-3 split, you have to see some really good roam clear and play coming out from Exotic here. Bringing a Monty though, could this be that roam clear that we need to see, and that the push potential that we need to see?
What would you say Exotic need to do differently from Apex to take these attacker rounds?
Keep the roam clear. We saw Apex struggle to keep the roam clear, especially on this downstairs side. That's one thing I'll say first of all. The roam clear was pretty sloppy. Nomad didn't fully do a job. Although Leviathan was killing literally everyone in sight, his actual job of the nomading and keeping flank wasn't as good as his actual gun skill was in that round, in the rounds we saw. And then for an upstairs attack, just have to slowly but surely break down the defense and hope Apex peak them, because to be honest, Exotic have been way too aggressive for in a lot of situations.
There, yeah, definitely. And I suppose when it comes to Apex on defense, they'll have to get those early picks to take on the round, or at least stop those hard breaches from doing their job. I think that's going to be the toughest job for them today, but let's see if they can pull it off.
Is Rostov Shark in a position to impact Trick? Yes, he is.
So we technically have 6 impacts on the board. Let's see, no, 5. My mistake, obviously one was used for a rotation by Vigil. So that's a lot of utility to try deny Hatch.
I do think the Hibana may have just made a mistake. I think he meant to only shoot 4 of his Excalibur pellets. And has no more pellets left to open the hatch?
So now it's just down to Thermite to try and get it done.
Hibana in the current meta can open 4 hatches. We only saw 3 sets of impact coming out. Chemical's getting White Widow now. All the way inside. White Widow just happens to have a way to get into sight every round.
Yeah, look, as I said, maybe the teams are still getting used to the new changes. For those that don't know, that Hibana's got a new change where you can now select the amount of pellets that you want to use. So whereas before it was 6 pellets all the time selected, you can now choose from 6, 4 or 2.
And one thing I want to note now, Leviathan getting this kill, Nomad getting flanked, Leviathan getting down, and Rista Shock is down now. Essentially we are in a 3v2 situation.
Yeah, that Monty push going big for Exotic. That is a very common push that we see from Dirt, but it's one that always, well not always, let's say 90% of the time works.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of the time as well. And the round is over. Elastic Elastic managed to get a kill. One thing that I want to note that I think we missed, obviously, I think it was in the corner of our screen. He managed to get it down through the two holes that he made. The thing that I was
Yeah.
slacking him so much about, he managed to get a kill through that, and then obviously finishing off the vigil now.
So at least something worked out in the end for him.
Yeah, getting the kills once again. But one thing I want to note that I was flacking Leviathan for, and I have to give flack to Crumbs for. Nomad getting flanked. Your one job is to cut off rotates, cut off the flanks. The fact that you are getting flanked from behind is not something you should be seeing.
Yeah, look, our Nomads in this match seem to be very good at shooting their guns, just not shooting their ability onto the wall. It's probably the easiest rotate to cut off as well. Blue, you literally just shoot the top of the door frame. So, yeah, I'm not too sure what maybe she used it on, or if she even used any of her Nomads, because I didn't really see. But yeah, that's a misplay there, definitely.
Nomads, man, nomads.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say in our community, it seems like the nomads with I'd say the worst aims are the best nomads with actually using their abilities, and the nomads with a great aim can't use their ability at all. It's one thing.
Yeah, literally. Look, I think it's on that supportive flex role. I think maybe someone like Leviathan, you should just rather have in a fragging role. Just rather leave the support to the professionals. I would say the guys that are actually going to use the ability.
I mean, we did see Leviathan use the ability, but usually at the point of him using the ability, we saw the Rome Day already killing everyone.
I will say, something nice I'm seeing from Apex here is the use of a castle. And I always think that's such an underrated approach to CCTV. I know a few teams that use it, but a lot of people don't realize how strong it actually is.
Where are all the castles, though? I found two of them. One is on the door and one is on the window.
Yeah, look, ideally you'd want it on that CC window as well, looking towards garage. So, a bit weird that he didn't use that, but, well, as we see, it just, yeah, it just went against Apex there, as the Legion was taken up through garage, so very unfortunate.
Now side is open. Montaigne is just walking up garage, I believe. Yes, he is. Montaigne doing Montaigne things. Such a menacing op. This is a nice adaptation that I'll say we do see from Exotic, and it looks like the Montaigne play is the play that needed to come out.
Monty having a bit of trouble there getting through the rotation, but doing his job nonetheless. I suppose, why do you need kills when you have a giant shield in front of your face?
What? What?
You don't even know what to say. I'm also just saying, what is going on?
We saw the diffuser get knifed. We saw a Montaigne hipfire a Jaeger and then it just suddenly... How do we get all this excitement for it to just immediately get ended?
Look, I'll say what won them that round was definitely the Monty. Apex focused way too much on that Monty, and it's definitely what's scaring them the most. They were very apprehensive to make any moves towards him, and while they were trying to focus on him, they just literally just got demolished by the rest of the team. So, well played to Exotic. I'll definitely say that it's a well-read situation.
Yeah, I have to say, Smosh, you bring up a great thing there. What are these attacking rounds? And I know they are definitely amazing, Smosh, like you said, but still, what are these rounds? How? What? I don't know what to say. Everything is just upside down in the game of seasons like this, and this is obviously some of it has to be from the pressure of playing a big matchup like this. where it's do or die for Apex, do or die for Exotics to get to the next level of their professional careers. Well, I guess in South Africa you have to call it a semi-professional career. Obviously not having an official pro league, but you know, both of these teams we see making mistakes, making huge plays, and that's exactly what you need in a situation like this where it's literally do or die for both teams.
Yeah, look, those nerves are always going to get to you. It's something that you can never escape. No matter what team you're going up against, no matter what team is playing, you'll ask them, and yes, they might say, no, we weren't nervous, but I can tell you that they were. So it might just be some nerves coming out from both sides, but we definitely are seeing some good siege here, which I'm very excited about. But I just want to see Apex take a defense round, because right now on defense they're not looking good.
That's really interesting, and a concept that I might say is very good to have in Siege right now. Using 2 of the X-Kairos pellets at a time to impact trick, because certain areas they can't fully destroy it. That's a beautiful play coming out from Elastics. Unfortunately that he couldn't do it on the first attempt in the previous round, but great that he actually managed to get it off now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually very clever, because I mean, once they've wasted the util, you've still got enough pellets to get the job done, so yeah, that's actually very cool, I'm not gonna lie. We do see that Montang though being very irritating towards Apex, and we see 3 players focusing on it, so yeah, once again, they're focusing all their time on a Monty. Yeah, attention on a Monty, which I don't think is the play. You can just leave him. Stare at him, give him some kisses on the shield.
Elastic has 2 players below him, and Elastic gets it through the floor. Bang! Hit fire. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. No, I will not. No, I will not take it. Nope. If I was Ristic Shock right now...
Oh, Elastic is popping off. Yeah, you were saying?
I said if I was Ristic Shock right now, I would be losing my absolute mind.
Elastic now left in a 1v2 situation. And he's doing so much for his team right now, is Elastic.
Yeah, Elastic really wants to get to Premier Division, eh?
Gets the down now in a 1v1 versus Leviathan. Leave your opponent down. Has to push this whole way.
10 seconds to go.
Unfortunately doesn't get the clutch, does Elastic. Leviathan finishing it off. Leviathan, I think, maybe got a 3 or 4k in that round for his team, but once again, beautiful plays coming out from these teams. But
yeah, Elastic went huge that round, and it's great to see a player with that momentum. I just hope that in the next round that doesn't go down, because having a play like that and then getting stopped often can bring you down, but hopefully his team can pick him back up.
oh, beautiful. And now, Smosh, if you're still in the chat, welcome to the game. I thought you said you had something to do. You went to sub in for Apex, seems like it. You see Smosh coming into the game. What?
Magnetism, this game is weird, it's cursed.
It absolutely is cursed. I just want to note, the sites were contested.
Attackers need to locate.
Apex
So does
didn't
Apex not know what they want to do, or are we just playing roulette, seeing what we get? So it's a CCTV hold. Alright. Okay.
The question is, do Apex know that it's a CCTV hold?
Yeah, look, I mean, Frost, I suppose it can work.
On Jump Bedroom,
That's
I
not-
think it would be a great operator because of the window jumps in, but CC?
Look, I mean, you can do what he's doing there, putting a Frost mat on default plant, but I'm pretty sure that's going to get spotted out immediately. You kind of got to put your Frost mats in the most random areas. Like, I would put it in a gym window, or, I don't know, logistics hatch or something, just something stupid, so that you're not expecting it, but yeah, very odd to see the frost in CCTV.
Well, if you really want to know stupid random frost mats, default plant, top garage stairs, and top main stairs. I think Mr. Shot was expecting a bedroom defense, almost certainly. The 3-bedroom windows.
I don't know. Let's make the call here. Do you think he's gonna get one?
On mainstays, yes. The mainstays one, yes. I just have that.
I say no. That stuff's got to get drained out. There's no ways that he gets one. If he does, well then someone needs to go check their eyes and get glasses.
Especially because it is the Frost Elite. The so-called pay-to-lose Frost Elite with a huge teeth staring at it.
Giant megalodon teeth staring at you.
Chemicals gets a kill onto Elastic. Elastic was on a 10 and is now off the board. Let's get on board with Hybrid. Does he see the frost mat? Just getting seized into the frost mat.
Ooh.
Does he know about the frost mat? Yes, he does. Okay, so the top main says
just waiting in anticipation for that.
Good from the side of Exotics to bring it back now. White Widow getting into an engagement downstairs and is down on the bottom of blue stairs, and I think will be taken out here. Yes, he will by the mute of once again Leviathan, the man on a tear, and LOL Crumbs going huge for his team again. Montaigne gets taken out now. Not unfortunately not by the Frostbite, and now Leviathan getting another one. Crumbs having to go huge for his team. Getting one does Crumbs. So close to the second one, but once again Mr. Reliable Leviathan just getting the kills for his team that he needs to get.
Ah, once again we're all tied up. It's just nobody can get a lead against these two teams. There's no ways. It's just not going to happen.
5-5.
I will say though, did you note that Apex didn't really have real denial for breach? They brought a mute, but that wasn't enough. That was very weird. I think, as you said, I don't think they were prepared for a CCTV hold. I think the team had a bit of an argument there where they wanted to go.
Won the round nonetheless, but yeah, I have to say that wasn't planned. There was no way that was planned to be
no, definitely
that
not.
side.
And this is definitely a gym bedroom hold with the mirror and the castle, so yeah, I'll be interested to see how they hold this differently to Exotic.
Exotic's hold, I do think, was really good, just for the fact that too aggressive and no one's holding down behind the mirror window.
Yeah, I believe it was LOL Crumbs on Castle that was sitting in construction and just wasn't holding the door, so yeah, a bit unfortunate there for them on that round, but let's see how Apex manages to hold this. We see a very similar setup happening right now though with the Castle and the mirror. The mute obviously there to deny the plant. I think that Exotic had the bandits, so they clearly like their mute over the bandits, so let's see how they play to them.
What do you make of this mirror that we're currently looking at? The one inside CCTV?
I think that works, but you have to... I'm pretty sure you have to reinforce CC wall.
I'm also a little bit confused by it, because... Yeah,
because you can get wall banged very easily through that. So, wouldn't you want to reinforce CC wall and use CC as kind of your distraction zone and time waster?
Literally nothing is currently happening inside CC.
So they put a mirror there just for show, maybe?
Had an extra mirror, has to be that they had that extra mirror.
Yeah,
and
look,
now,
I mean, but the problem is it's just such an easy drone out, so I mean, like, yeah, there was no real point for it.
Well,
I think are they still preparing site here?
site does look like it is prepared, but
I saw them shotgunning holes there. The bottom wall. As the Monty was pushing into construction.
honestly, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm very confused.
Yeah, look, I don't like Apex's hold, I will say. They should have done a lot more work towards gym. Because I see that the castle didn't barricade gym window or the gym doors, so it's almost a free walk-in.
One thing I will say though is the one thing that is coming up again, and I hate to sound like a broken record. Flank what? Leviathan has taken back CC control and is now supported by the Jaeger and gets the kill and gets another kill. Once again, the thing that I was complaining about or saying the whole time, Nomad has
20 bomb.
one job. Do we have a 20 bomb?
We have a 20 bomb.
Love.
We need like a buzzer for it or something. There needs to be like something special for it.
I didn't even notice we were on a 20 bomb. It's so, this match feels like it just started. We already have 20 kills. After this round, I think we have to bring up the scoreboard for a minute. Just Leviathan clearly doesn't want to lose this matchup. Now,
No, clearly not. I don't know, dude. Also, just Nomad, please do your job. Please do your job.
I don't care what team you're on, just any of the Nomads shoot us.
Just one Nomad, please. I just want to see one player get launched by a Nomad. That's all I'm asking. I don't care if it's like on the other side of the map. I don't care. Just please.
Let me hear the noise at least.
Yeah.
I mean, we did hear Nomads go down. Like, I think Crumbs had all 3 Nomads down at the end of that round, but still, put them where you are taking the map control.
It doesn't help putting them in front of you.
And then to bring up the scoreboard now, Leviathan on 20, Make My Day still has that one kill that we kind of got to commentate earlier, and for the opposite side of Exotic, it's very even. It's just Leviathan carrying for his team, to be honest. That's all it is. It's Leviathan.
Can someone crunch those numbers in chat? 20 and 5. What's the KD on that?
4.
Is it 4? Yeah,
Yes.
it would be 4, yeah. That's mad.
My head hurts watching this. Magnet, I've watched 2 maps of this. How do you think I feel? We saw White Widow walk into side on the previous map, attempted on this map and get deleted. Leviathan's on a 20 bomb. Neither one of the Nomads can put down Nomads where they need to be. What?
Was it 4?
Yes, Gate. 20 divided by 5? Come on.
Oh yeah. I'm being dumb, yeah.
Then we see Ultra Void saying, man can't do simple math. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm focused on other things. Leave me alone.
You focused on this abomination in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, guys, also remember, he's not old, man. You know, once you have reached the age of Alzheimer's like Gage has, you know, things get a little forgetful. This 2 Hibana trick. Okay, I think I found the problem with his 2 Hibana trick. If he makes a mistake, only one of them hits. This is such a weird thing to see. Can you stop shooting random Hibana pellets? Exotic, please! And he gets taken off the board. Oh no! And it's such a pivotal round for Exotic to get taken off the board. Yeah, the Hibana gets taken off the board. White Widow. And a death trap. Now Crumb's taken off the board. Ladies and gentlemen, this round is all but over. Castles are still up. The dirt push is coming out now, but what does White Widow do? White Widow doesn't have, well, anything he can actually do. We heard a Nomad! Did you hear it, Gage? We finally got to hear a Nomad.
There's no ways this actually just happened. There's no ways.
It took 12 rounds in a match for one Nomad charge to be hit.
Yeah, how am I supposed to do simple math when people aren't doing their Nomads? That's all I was focused on.
Nomads! Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can easily say this is a GG to
Apex's
Apex.
game, yeah.
Very unfortunate to see.
Look, Exotics played their hearts out and they're still new to the scene, so it's crazy to see them come this high into the level, and yeah, well played to them to bring it so close.
Leviathan dropping 22 kills for the win for his team. Wow.
I think Apex can be very proud of themselves though.
I will say one thing. If we bring this back to map 1, I think they should count themselves very lucky to have come to into this matchup with the map advantage. Because honestly, I think if we went to a map 3, it would have been anyone's game. The unfortunate lag out coming out from the side of Hybrid in map 1, and still managing to take it to a 6-6. But yes, definitely on this map, well done to the side of Apex.
And there we go.
So
well done to
though.
Apex.
GG's all around.
They secure their spots and stay in Premier Division, so I bet they're very happy about that.
And hopefully for the new season they don't get put into this predicament again.
Yeah, I really hope they manage to climb a little bit higher. It's a shame that they got put in this situation. As I said, they've been here since the beginning. I think they're the longest running team at the moment in SA. But yeah, insane games nonetheless, and dropping a 22, that's crazy.
Yeah, Leviathan, an absolute machine. Well, thank you to everyone who joined us for the stream. Once again, I'm going to say this every time I cast a game. If you are able to go to the LAN, do yourselves a favor, go out to the LAN, even if it's just as a spectator. I will be casting at the LAN. We will have, I think Shadacta will be casting at the LAN. Motion will be there. You'll be able to meet the man, the myth, the legend, the mech beard. This man casting.
Well, people don't want to meet me, they just want to meet this thing on my face. So if you want to come see this, more than welcome to.
Yeah, and thank you for everyone who came out. Was a great match to watch, and hope you guys enjoyed.